Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're well today. I'm doing pretty good considering that it's very cloudy in Minnesota today, but it's very cloudy in Minnesota every day these days. Except we did have sun last Friday. That's the last time we had sun. Uh, it's Winter is difficult here. I have put in a previous video that I had SAD, which is seasonal affective disorder. So I'm strongly affected by the lack of light in the winter because, we have the shorter days. And then in Minnesota, you also have mostly cloudy days. You don't have a lot of sun. And when you do, it's not as strong as it is in the spring and summer months and stuff. This year, we're having what I'm calling a non-winter because we're not having snow. We have no snow out there right now. We've only had snow 3, maybe 4 times it snowed, or mostly flurries. I think twice it's had a light dusting cover. Nothing has stayed, and it's quite different than our usual winters. Like when I moved into this apartment building, I moved here January 29th. It's now January 5th. We had so much snow that in Minneapolis, where I lived at the time, we were only allowed to park on one side of the road because there was so much snow that you could not have cars parked on both sides and have one. We had to have one lane of traffic, and as it was, you'd have to wait at the end of the road for a car to come through. There was so much snow. But this year, no snow. It's been mostly, I would say, between 25 and as much as 50, 55 degrees. Today, it's supposed to be a high of 35. It's currently around 31, 32. We do have a little bit of a wind chill, so it feels like 23, but even usually by January, 23 feels warm because you have days that go down to, 10 and stuff like that. So you get used to it being colder. And years ago, it was usually the coldest, from my recollection, was the first 2 weeks in January were below 10-degree weather for 2 weeks straight. You had your cold spell and you just had the really, really cold stuff for 2, 3 weeks straight in January. And we're still not having that, although the forecast does say it's going to get colder on Thursday, not below zero yet, but colder than not the 30s that it's been. So maybe we will get some colder weather, but we still have no snow. They had to, there's no um, uh, frozen lake fishing, frozen lake fishing this year. They had to cancel winter events. There was no winter palace for the winter carnival, things like that. It's just, I'm sure it's driving the snowmobilers and the people who like winter sports and skiing, they have to go somewhere else because we don't have nothing here this year. I have enjoyed it because I'm not a fan of winter. I worry about falling, so I don't go outside when the weather's bad. And it's been nice weather. And when it hasn't, it's been rain, not snow. So for me, that's been nice. But in relation to SAD, winter depression, not one bit of help with it being warmer or no snow. You got to have sunlight or you got to have the longer days. I am feeling, I think, a difference already because, it hits the shortest day of the year on December 21st. And that might be psychological, but we gain a minute or two every few days. So every little bit counts to me, and stuff. Or even today, I got up and I was in my usual I can't face the world kind of mood, but that was at 5 in the morning when it was pitch dark. But when it got light, and even though it's cloudy today, the clouds are whiter than they were a few days ago when they were black clouds. It was very gloomy and very hard to function. But even this morning with the lighter clouds, I was able to get going better and get moving just because of the lightness. So even that little effect affects me. Um, but the things that I do normally and also still have to do this year. It's like I said, the non-winter has not affected what the difficulties of SAD present for people like me trying to get through the winter. And like I said, particularly January is a hard month. So I have to continue to, if I'm not feeling well, I need to use my lamp. Is the main thing. Should be using it every day, but I've been lazy about it this year because I'm feeling a little better this year. Because I'm on the carnivore diet and I'm not getting any sugar or carbohydrates, because that is also one of the things to not do. The main thing to do is use my lamp, and then also to be more active, because one of the main ways to fight depression is to for motion, keep moving. Action will fight depression, motion will fight depression. So that's the same with SAD, is you got to keep yourself moving no matter how bad you don't want to, or how much you feel like you can't, or you're paralyzed. You've got to push yourself to move. So I've been as active as I can make myself be within my physical limitations. And then I also haven't been eating the sugar and carbs because I'm on the carnivore diet. And that is important, because just comparing this winter to last winter, I went off the wagon, so to speak, and started eating sugar in October. And the whole winter was, my sugar addiction was out of control. I was eating everything in sight with sugar and carbs, and I was severely, severely depressed and gaining weight at a marathon rate and not doing well at all. Whereas this year, um, even though I've been lazy with my lamp, I'm functioning much better most days. I'm not going to say every day, because when it gets to be 5, 6 days since the sun's been out at all, I'm dragging. I can't help it. No matter what I do, even using the lamp, I'm dragging. So there is that, but these are the things I can do. And this year I've been listening to music more. um, that is a thing that's helped me. I haven't really used that in the past, but this year that's been one of my main things. And I don't even necessarily pick uplifting motivational music. People are like, oh, you should listen to that or listen to this. No, I listen to the music I enjoy, which for me is heavy metal music or hard rock music, because just the beat itself has always kind of pulled out the savage beast. I mean, it's just the way it makes me feel. Some people around me have said, "Oh, it makes me want to bang my head on the walls," or upset. It agitates them to hear that kind of music. But for me, it calms me and soothes me, and so I've been listening to the music, and that has, if I wake up angry or depressed or agitated, the music, when you're getting into it, next thing you know, just feeling more calm and less down, kind of thing. So music is another way, besides the lamp and your diet, to fight the seasonal affective disorder and to keep moving. The main thing, keep moving, and that will help also. So I hope that you're having a great day and you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye.